to your business.
Halt, thief! Aha! I caught you red-handed, artisan. Thieves just can't help returning to the scene of the crime. Pinning the blame on someone else? I won't fall for that. How do you explain those stolen goods you're carrying? Hmm? You know Sinar? Well, this doesn't prove anything. You might have heard his name in relation to your own investigation. An excellent idea. I was just about to propose. Sinar is on the upper city tier, near the entertainment pavilion. You lead the way. I'm not so naive that I'd turn my back on a common criminal. Captain, I bring great news.
I'm afraid you have me mistaken.
Captain Sinar, I have detained the artisan. No time to thank me. I must return to my rounds.
Damn you. I can't believe he just blew my cover. Please tell me you have good news. Thanks, Stender. Things were getting tense. I know you're not the artisan, thanks.
push came to shove and her father lay dead, she aimed for the aisles to put a crown on her head, and we wed.
I have waited some time. Safe enough. If you would follow me. As you can see, our artisans have built some small amount of civilization amidst this barbaric wilderness. Marbrook will soon be a jewel of the Dominion in this backward territory. As one would expect, we have encountered scattered protests, nonsense about protecting the trees. The local Bosmer are disorganized and flighty. Such outbursts usually fizzle out of their own accord. Ah, the Mages Guild. If you would follow me inside. Behold the Mages Guild. The paint is still fresh. A marvelous addition to the city.
Step up, have a look.
Work remains, of course, but one does what one must on the fringes of the Dominion. The vault is below. Follow me. Take a closer look. I am no scholar of botany, but I know something about our specimens. We found these in a Valenwood cave of all places. Valenwood soil is not surprising. Crimson Nernroot. We thought it was a Nord tall tale. Alchemists pay a dear price for this plant. It will be the jewel of the royal gardens. We've been trying to transplant this unusual variety of redwort plant into Somerset for some time. Valenwood... This room holds Ayleid relics uncovered across Valenwood. Interesting, aren't they? We've removed any dormant traps that we know of, so feel free to examine them. The tree gifts. We're not actually sure what it does. This helm is actually from our own collection, but one of our Bosmer allies stole it and then returned it in exchange for a song. Scholars believe this relic was broken into pieces when it fell from the heavens. They believe there may be others in Hectorheim, the legendary center of the Valenwood. Our ancestors... Behold, the Staff of Magnus. What happened? Where is it? By the shining trees of Old Meris. We have been burgled. But how? I know not. We have guarded the vault day and night. I placed the staff myself. No, the vault is off limits to all, but wait. Viceroy Pelador recently toured the vault. The Queen's business, or so he stated. The staff was present before his visit, but I did not check after he left. Unthinkable. Yet, what other conclusion can we draw?
We've got almost everything. Aha, a guest. How wonderful. I wonder, would you help my friend and I with a little experiment? We are reconstructing animals. Dead ones, of course. Wouldn't do such a thing to live ones. That would be barbaric. Not to mention impractical. Specifically, we are creating an elixir that will cause small dead animals to wriggle about as if alive. Well, as it turns out, we're fresh out of parts. Rat parts, I mean. I need you to bring us the head, legs, body, and tail from 4 different rats, so we can combine them into an animated rodent assemblage. Oh, I know the whole thing seems rather rash and improbable, doesn't it? But our methods get results. Bring back the rat parts and we'll have a little rodent scurrying about in no time. Why, it'll be almost lifelike. No, please meet us outside the Fighters Guild. We must set up our experiment there. There is a reason for this. One I would prefer to forget. It involves an early experiment with my associate. An experiment that failed horribly. It's not as simple as you may assume, however. When the two of us are involved, nothing is ever simple.
These wood elves and their forest. It is good to see you, my friend. Greenshade is far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the Staff of Magnus has been stolen, as if these rebellious Bosmer were not trouble enough. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Camoran. They claim to be subjects of the Wilder King, some forest spirit no one has ever seen. They mock the Dominion and call Queen Irene an enemy. We do not know. The Battle Reeves sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebreach clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the Staff of Magnus, so he asks you, will you find Hazazi and sort this out? The Bramblebreach village is just south of Marbrook. Hazazi is there. He likes to play, but he's a good soldier. He just needs someone with a more sophisticated negotiation style. And by the time you get back, Raz will have a lead on the staff. This one does not understand Bosmer clan politics, but as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. Some even sided against King Camoran in the Blacksap Rebellion. Greenshade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camoran's Vindusk Rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest. As always, Raz serves the Queen. She wanted to know if the Bosmer here are as scary as they sound. With the Staff of Magnus stolen, though, Raz must make that his priority. This one knows you can handle the Bramble Breach as well as he could. The obvious answer is probably the right one. Paladil. That toad fulfilled Naamon's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the Veiled Heritance was a disease not so easily excised. If Paladil has taken the staff, we need to find him and discover what he plans to do with it. The staff is powerful and dangerous. All of the Dominion is at risk if we cannot find it.
The slayer of High Kin Lady Estri, here among us.
What do you want?
The Bramble Breach clan is under constant attack lately.
No doubt the Dominion will offer their help in exchange for an alliance, turning the misfortunes of
We
others
like it
to
quiet.
their advantage.
Understand?
That is their way.
Of all the Daedric princes, there's one with fucking gold. His goal, the domination and enslavement of us all. God of
This one.
The artisan finally caught. Now, what will the gossip be about, no? This one is thinking of riddles, which makes me very busy inside. It is somewhat lucrative. Zuzek writes the best down, then sells them to a man called Tellinger. He buys such curiosities. I have 2 new ones to try out. All right, first riddle. Where do slaughterfish keep their gold? Very clever. Yes, a riverbank. Would you like to hear another? It is too good to me. My second riddle is very mysterious. Yes, it is my favorite. Where can you find forests with no trees, roads with no travelers, and cities with no buildings? Very good. You can see why this is my favorite riddle. You liked it too, yes? I will write this riddle down for Tellinger, who will pay me, and I will have more gold. It is glorious.
I sell to the nobility. We don't like strangers here.
Everything is here. Wonderful. Allow me a... Now we address the practical applications of this marvelous elixir. If you will help us one last time, I will increase your compensation. My associate and I have a mischievous nature. It is through this nature we show our affection for our friends. Our close friend Kalima is, as Timaway would say, a grumpy bug. We want to lift her spirits. Place these squirmy rodent things in her backpack in the corner. She'll be back shortly, and then we'll see the fruits of our labor. Timaway... The second stage is the most important. Excellent. Here's your pay.
Oh, was that? Adamir, Timmy Way, I will kill you both.
What up? I'm almost 30. But he's grinding. He was grinding away yesterday when
Sounds like a load of superstition.
I know he's not even playing story missions. He's just doing. He's doing side missions, dude. Actually, if he like if he was to clear the entire area, he'd level up a shit ton. Like I've done 2 areas, almost got to 30. So, what was I doing? Nice. He seems like he was having a lot of fun with that warden. So that's good. He found the class he wants to mob with.
Chosen of Marbrook, your queen has arrived. Present yourself. Bear witness to the glory of Queen Irene.
Jesus.
Of the Dominion.
Without the aid of the local tribes, our power here will remain weak.
I got my new controller in.
Will be but the first to join us.
Yes, now I'm not moving around like a fucking idiot to the left while staying, not even touching shit.
Everdil? Then it's true. He's
no, I still have.
My
I'll use it as a spare. I mean, pretty much, yeah. Or like if I want to charge this one, I can use that one for the internet. Shit like that. If I want to watch streaming services on my PlayStation. But no, I got a red one, and as soon as I opened it up, man, it felt so much nicer. It's like, oh god. I was like, I just said to my mom, like, yeah, 10 days my ass. Fuck that guy, GameStop. 7 to 10 days, I gotta deliver to your house. I'm like, I can have it in 2 for the same fucking price. He got so mad. I don't know, man. I've seen people with it. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm psyched about my fucking giant lizard, though.
What do you want?
So I got my second adventure achievement. I got 38 missions done in Garthwood last night. For your house, yep. I do not know. I just got the fucking I just got Lydia today, that fucking house guest or whatever for the login rewards. Or Keldora, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think certain areas are limited to what you can put into them, like with size and shit. Oh, shit. It's actually one of the achievements. It's like do 10,000 points of damage to a target dummy. like Japanese. American. Doesn't she like, what was it? Dairy Queen? Isn't that like her weakness or something? Yeah, you can actually sell stuff, I think. You can, actually, like friends and stuff, guild members. Because that's another achievement, is have 3 friends in your house at one time. Yeah, the housing... Yeah, I know. The housing gets expensive as shit in this game. That's why I'm like, ooh, how much is this house? Just the chateau. Pretty close shade. Close shade. Dude, I think it's Northern Elsewire. You actually get temple when you complete a few story missions. Like I think it's like the 3rd or 4th one. They actually give you a temple for housing. Holy shit. Damn, this would be nice. 255,000? Yeah, I'm working my way towards Reaper's March. Kill Winky Lanes, stop Winky Lanes. Charge it.
Make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already he hates this village. What negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Elder King. Who would rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer? It's not fair. Hazazi always gets the worst assignments. Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guard chase, but if you want to try, speak with their tree thane. May you have better luck than Hazazi.
My cousin was studying with Tellinger at Esduin. Thank you for all you did there.
Hey! Do you get in trouble for being so naughty?
I didn't think I was being disrespectful.
Another tourist. Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King. Negotiate?
Actually, have to tell them to go play a game.
I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldermary Dominion. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care for your dominion.
Hey man, just because I have the attention span of a goldfish sometimes doesn't mean I can't keep the course.
Ha, sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. Doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt?
So yeah, I figured the Texans weren't gonna fucking trade for fucking Dak and Zeke. And two first. And Houston laughed their asses off at him. He's like, I'm not even the best team in Texas anymore. Fucking, no, but I've been reading that if Houston were to open up trades for Watson, Miami would be a landing spot. Just because we have the draft capital and we do have defensive players we can trade. Xavier Howard would have to go. And I think that's what Miami is looking to do, is move on from Howard. Because he wants more money. Wait, you can craft your own target dummies?
Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know.
Huh.
I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The Wood Orcs are a plague.
So did you see today's WandaVision? Or yesterday's WandaVision? You haven't seen the new episode yet? Okay. Oh, dude. Yeah. Good. Like, shit starting to fucking... Shit takes a twist. Shit takes that turn we've been waiting for.
Just kill him. Lead the rest to the lurchers.
That's all I'm yeah, that's all I'm gonna... Yeah, you're not too far off, but... Yeah. You'll see when you watch it.
Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower. And then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself, when you get that audience.
They're expensive, so we can't find them.
They're gifts from the Wilder King, embodiments of the raw energy of the forest. They protect the village. They're not so smart. We can't lead them against the orcs, but if they sprout straight into the orcs' camp, they'll know what to do. Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself, when you get that audience.
Found it? Nice. That's their own tab? Bottom. Go figure. They're expensive as shit, aren't they? Oh, you need... So you need one of those big-ass houses. Hmm. I hear it all the time. How much is that? Go figure. The fact that you had $300,000 to or 300,000 gold to fucking just throw out. I know, but still, you had 300,000 gold that you could just spend on a house. Like, I know, but you still had the money. That was what I'm saying. Like, I haven't even hit 300,000 gold yet. Well, no shit. You just spent all your money on a house that you didn't want. I know. Well, at least you have a house.
Thane. Was the tree? She. I didn't. Oh. Oh, one more thing. On to scout. Oh, one more.
I spent several hours. By the look of his...
Can you believe that, Tree Thane?
Some places actually do give you a backyard. Yeah. Oh, there goes my spouse. Gold? That's not bad. Yeah, I'm looking for something Argonian would live in. Oh, I found a mansion for like 760,000. Will I get to it? Probably not anytime soon. Oh, so you haven't even fucking looked the traps yet. So, right. Shit. So yeah, you actually might have bought yourself a decent house, and you're like, eh. I think you might actually have the house to be able, the space to put your. You might be able to put your target dummies in there. Well, eventually you'll be able to fucking. Well, don't you get one from the Clockwork DLC? But you do. Oh, it doesn't fucking regen. Hmm. Gotcha. Gotcha. crying in Fortnite. Dude, you got a big ass house. Just another lore book. When in doubt, ask the people who've been playing it for a long time.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye. Huh, and you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those I hope I haven't given you a sense of... I never said it was...
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come? Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this old merry dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true...
Jesus Christ. You and I could attack that for hours and still probably not kill it.
Strike us down, but the veiled heresies will always rise.
Fuck you.
Sazi is finished with this village.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though. The Veiled Captains. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me.
Hey, man.
I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy. Who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you.
much need of someone like you, Aranias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
Right.
Opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosma.
The Bosma in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosma mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranias is associated with the Veiled Heritage. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. So she believes. You must avenge him? Yes. Traveling?
Level 30.
I was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranias' story. Yes, of course. I have been waiting for you for some time. The story needs you to play a part in the present and in the past. You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right. Inside the story, you must also enter the story in order to help her. Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his... Yes. Ask nicely. Of course. Have a seat by the fire, and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Remember, ask nicely. Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast ocean. Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset. Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each gently cresting ocean wave sparkles. Many stones, roots, and flowers on the island were shaped by magicka. Only 2 living Ultima possess such power. One of those 2 Ultima stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. Become her friend. The island of Silitar.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have to face them alone again. That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, why wouldn't I? We practically grew up. They were afraid. Like, you don't know what... Not bad. You're pretty fast. Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes things happen and I don't even think about it. It just happens. I'm sorry, it just happened. Wait, something's wrong. Can you feel that? The land's in pain. Over the ride.
They weren't gonna tell you shit. Well. Looks like we'll be there for a minute, killing that 51 million.
That'll show them. No one attacks my island. What have they done to my farm? Why would they do this? Animals! Does it matter? I'm tired of this. Everyone wants to hurt me or use me, and it stops now. Where were you when my parents tested me? Where were you when I needed you most? You left me. Why are you even...
Come,
the
I must
hardest.
speak with you once more. In her tale, you will soon see it for yourself. But first, of course not. For her, it hasn't happened yet. Remember, I put you into her past to help her when she's at her most vulnerable. She lashed out at you just now because she can't fight against her parents. She trusts you. That's what's important.
Why are your clothes all wet? Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? What do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks. None of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection. So much happened next, but I expect... No. The greatest challenge comes next, getting changed...
Well, that makes sense, though. Like, man.
Sorry. You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind.
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just, you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father? You look good. How do you feel? You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to look. They're so hesitant.
For fucking... We had...
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character.
Anda demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Anda could melt them with hardly a thought. What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
Anda has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
Jesus.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute.
Right. Something for another time and place.
You killed Anda? That's not supposed to happen. Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a story. In real life, you were not there to kill Anda. He has had considerable time to grow in power, and his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veiled Heritants have sent him after Aranias to ensure she kills the Wilder King, or dies if she fails. I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. We have a story to finish. Aranias' big moment is about to arrive. You should go to her. In the garden.
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm. Please. Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal.
Please let us go.
Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned? Good.
Nobody cares at
Good.
all.
Now tear this animal apart.
This is my test.
Jesus.
If you're healed, I am.
No, I won't do it.
Right.
You were a fine character. Most has one story. Preserving his life.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Arndor fought. I've lost control of my guardians. My power fades. But I've always wondered what death would be like. Soon, I will know.
I'll be right back.
Someone new must become caretaker of the Valenwood. Aranias was guided here for this purpose. It's fascinating. In her heart, I think she knows the truth, but she's conflicted. Perhaps it is Onder's influence. I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept it.
It's gonna be a cold with a chance of death.